Advice for how to get spoiled or taken care of financially. We're certainly not talking about dusties or men with money that are greedy. You're not going to get spoiled or taken care of by them, even if they have money. They have to be a provider and want to take care of their family, regardless of how much money you make. So let's get into the girls who are in the comments that were saying, oh, but I actually make money. Oh, but I actually am not broke. Let's get into you girls. Now, if you're like me and your babe is your best friend and you're like, oh my God, babe, I just made a promotion. Oh my God, babe, I just made some money for my new business. We got to do something about that mouth, that big mouth. And here's what I do to combat that issue that I have. As soon as I say, oh my gosh, babe, I made this money, I followed up with, oh, my credit cards. My car needs work. My student loans that I don't have. You need to follow it up with something. We're not competing. That's a lot of you ladies' problems that were in the comments on the last video. Oh, but I don't want him to think I don't have money. Oh, but he's going to tell everybody my financial business. You're not dealing with a real man if he's running around telling people your financial business, first of all, because why are you running around saying that? That's not a good look on his part because your partner is a reflection of you. And that's why men who are providers want their girl to look their best. Let's talk about it. That is a flex to the man. So you letting him know and you telling him, oh, I get money too. You're not in your feminine bag. You are competing with him, man.
So I'm gonna stop her for a second. The coup de cata is for sale, man. It's unfortunate. Yeah, move accordingly.
This is that sprinkle rhetoric. She said anytime she find a guy that she likes, she's like, oh, my car needs fixed, my student loans need paid, my debt, my bills, give me some money. If you want this submission and cooperation and coup de cata, you got to come up off some frog skins to further this relationship. That's wicked. I feel bad for y'all, but this is what it is. I'm gonna say this, fellas. There is a solution. Avoid these women. These are not the only women in the world. I'm serious. As men, especially as melanated men, we gotta get out of going to the same places trying to find meaningful relationships. We ain't even gonna get into marriage no more. I'm over y'all. Meaningful relationships. Maybe y'all can freaking shack up for 6 months. All right, golly. But y'all gotta stop going to these clubs, bars, freak nicks, all these wild things, thinking you're gonna find somebody that's wholesome, that's really trying to work with you, not be selfish. That's the biggest factor, selfish. As you hear this woman, she only trying to extract goods at best.
Men love competition, and you're getting out of your feminine bag and you're getting your masculine bag and you're competing with him on a man level. Oh, let's see who will get the most money. He's not going to treat you like a feminine woman because you're acting like a masculine man who's competing with him about money, because that's what men do. I saved up my entire salary doing this advice, what I told you guys on the last video and this video. It doesn't matter if you make as much money or even more money than him. The point is, you're telling him these things so you can save up your own money, so you have your own exit plan. Because one thing about it, a man is going to do what he wants to do. If a man wants to move on, he's going to move on. But guess what? You're going to be financially secure. So if you want to act like Rosie the Riveter and be a independent woman, you're going to get treated like one. So choose wisely. Advice for how to get spoiled.
So she telling these women, to be a damsel in distress. I don't care if you make $200,000 a year, make him feel like you broke and you got student loans and debt. Take from this ninja.
I cannot even begin to agree with that at all. I cannot. That doesn't make any sense. And again, that's why I get on Heathen Queen about talking out both sides of her neck. On one side, they say, oh, you men like women that got money and stuff, which men ain't ever said that. Then on the other end, they say, oh, we're going to act like we broke, to attract you. So which one
Real quick, Crystal, you got 5 minutes. All right.
Shout out to EJ Uno. Say bye, Crystal. But yeah, take with it. It is what it is, man. All transactional. Good luck. I'm trying to figure out how to tell these brothers to how to navigate this without saying the same thing, like go to Barnes and Nobles, go to libraries. Can y'all tame these 304s? Anybody up to the challenge? I mean, is there something we're not exploring? You know, because I'm here for madness. And then y'all brothers think y'all got the juice to get a 304 like that and make her submit to y'all? Let's get some feedback. That's what I want to know. Shout out to Beats for Days. Says more black women would be married if they didn't turn down marriage proposals and break off engagements. Those be the guys they don't like, brother. Appreciate your sphere coming through like you do. Says HQ, no one's problem that melanated women make themselves unapproachable. Facts. Appreciate your project, Leroy. Says 25% of married couples is a detriment to women, HQ. Marriage rates are falling because the risk is not worth the reward to men. And that is just a fact.
Oh man, I just lost one here.
Uh-oh. That's
Shout out to Tutorion. There we go.
Appreciate you, Demetrius says, for every melanated woman that leaves her man because she won't put up with his stuff, wonder how, like Tia, who divorced good men like Corey, to be their B304 era. So yeah, the women that leave they men and they sit here and they try to entice other women to be in their 304 era and to continue the same deal. Exactly. Appreciate you, Divine. Says modern women would have been married if they weren't listening to their single jealous friends who give them bad advice and just lean on her own judgment. There you go. Appreciate you, Bernard. Says, don't think black men aren't targeted on social media for manipulation. I'm going to give y'all some examples. Okay. Appreciate you. Joe Blow, the lover man, Quiptown in the Highs, says, if every eligible man married every eligible woman, there would still be single women. So by default, wouldn't men be the prize? Every time we say that, they don't hear it. They just say, ah. Appreciate you, who's the master. Says, I sometimes feel bad for T when she gets kicked, but she be saying such crazy ish. She's a good sport, though. Yeah, she is. Shout out to Anarchy. Shout out to EJ Uno. Says, can I skip tyranny for next week now? Tyranny.
Shout out to EJ. So here we go. I'm gonna get back into it. Hit the like button if you're just coming in.